What if the strongest form of revenge was never a speech, a post, or an argument, but a life so calm and disciplined that the person who hurt you could no longer reach you? Not because you were trying to look strong, but because you truly became someone their chaos couldn't touch. Most people never see this coming. When we're hurt, we're taught to react, to explain ourselves, to demand closure, to prove we mattered. But life quietly teaches us something else. The people who damage us most are not always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's betrayal that happens behind your back. Sometimes it's manipulation wrapped in kindness. Sometimes it's gossip, cold silence, or passive cruelty. There are no bruises, just scars that sit with you long after the moment passes. When this happens, the natural instinct is to respond. You want them to feel what you felt. You want justice now. You want acknowledgement. And so you give them your attention through anger, messages, long explanations, or public reactions. But attention is currency. And as long as they can still pull emotion from you, the injury continues. Often, that reaction is exactly what they want. Proof that they still matter. Proof that they still have access. This is where the Stoic path quietly begins. Not with revenge, but with restraint. You realize you can't change what they did, and you can't rewrite the past, but you can decide what happens next. You stop donating your energy to disrespect. You don't perform your pain. You don't beg for understanding from someone who already decided not to give it. You simply withdraw. Calmly. Cleanly. From the outside, it looks like silence. But this silence is not empty. It's not weakness. It's a boundary. It removes access. It breaks the cycle where they provoke and you respond. They may expect a breakdown, a confrontation, a long emotional message, or a demand for closure. Instead, they get nothing. No chase. No explanation. No proof that their actions still control you. And that silence becomes something solid. A wall. With that distance, something powerful happens. You begin to rebuild. Not out of spite, but out of self-respect. You take back what was drained from you, your focus, your confidence, your time, your peace. You care for your body. You sharpen your mind. You work toward goals that don't involve proving anything to anyone. You invest in people who treat you with consistency instead of games. Slowly, you stop living as a reaction to what they did and start living as a commitment to who you're becoming. And this shift is unsettling to the person who once had power over you. They can't provoke you anymore. They can't guilt you. This is the kind of justice Stoicism teaches. Not harm, but immunity. The goal isn't to make them suffer. The goal is to make sure they never control your inner world again. Because in the end, it's not what happens to you that defines you, but how you respond to it. And here is the quiet test that reveals whether your silence is true strength or just hidden attachment. Imagine they reach out to you tonight. Would your peace collapse? Would your heart race? Would old emotions pull you back into the same mental loop? If so, the silence is only distance. The attachment is still alive. But if you could read the message calmly, without urgency, without emotional chaos, and choose whether or not to respond, then you've reached something rare. Detachment with dignity. Not avoidance. Not suppression. Freedom. This is why the strongest people don't announce their healing. They live it. They don't disappear to make someone miss them. They disappear so they stop needing to be missed. They don't go quiet to create mystery. They go quiet to create mastery. And one day, when the past tries to return, it finds a door that no longer opens. Not because there's hatred behind it, but because peace was finally chosen over chaos, and growth over proving a point. That is the smartest revenge there is. Not words. Becoming untouchable.